But you think of your time in Japan, whether it be, Pro Wrestling Noah or All Japan or New Japan, and you made such a mark over there. The first Gaijin IWGP champ, destroying Inoki, the riot over there. Can you just talk about, your awesome career in Japan? Because so much of the allure and so much of the legend, you did so many crazy things over in Japan.
That night I was scared to death. I had been wrestling in Europe and had my wife and my son over in Europe, and I got a call from actually Baba, and Baba wanted to bring me over for the Christmas tour. I had got an offer for X amount of dollars and 5 weeks work, and I got that through a gentleman by the name of Nick Bockwinkel. I think Nick's passed on now, so may he rest in peace. But Nick and I had, Nick had, and I had spoke, and I said, hey, if you got an opportunity, I handed him some tape or some photos, and if you ever got a chance to talk to Baba, if you can get me a tour over there, I'd like to try to break in. And so he had done that, good to his word. He had done that, and it was actually at just before I was getting ready to go from Europe to Japan for Baba. A guy named Masaha Tori had came with it. And apparently Masa Saito, who was a booker for Inoki, he had been looking for me and had been trying to call me at my old number, my old sending mail and stuff like that to my old address, and I was obviously in Europe, so I wasn't able to contact with him, and he was going to book me with Inoki. So as basically I was getting on the plane to go over for Baba, and by the time I got off the plane in Japan, Inoki had cut a deal with Baba, and I guess the money of it was transpired that Saito had told him that, hey, he's the big guy of the future, he's the guy we want, and the last thing that they wanted to do was have Baba get another big guy, because they had Hanson, they had Brody, they had Race and Harley Race and DiBiase and Smuka and Steve Williams, and so that had I gone over to Baba and got behind all of those great named wrestlers, who knows how this thing would have turned out. So what a stroke of luck for me to I got off the plane, and instead of going to Baba's company, I went to Inoki's company, and obviously things worked out extremely well for me. And it's, you start to think, so you think about that for a moment. Let's face it, with Brody and Hanson and all those guys there, I may have never got the opportunity to show what I could do there. And things could have turned out substantially different. So I feel very fortunate in that regard.
Thank you for watching the Hannibal TV. Please like this video if you enjoyed it, and click the subscribe button to not miss any of our latest shoot interviews, match videos,